Welcome to Norman, Oklahoma, and the heart of the Sooner Nation. Memorial Stadium already rocking with the sounds of Boomer Sooner. We're going to hear that all day. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams. Two teams colliding early in the season. One team could make a strong statement about the season ahead. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Sooners will kick this away to get us going here. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's a quick grab. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Defense trying to dig in here on this opening drive. It's third down and inches. Can he get there on the ground? They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
And the Bearcats getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff here from the shotgun. They get him down, but not before he gets to the +38.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
Looks like the Bearcats pick up enough to get a 1st down there. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. He bought some time, now lets it go. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Trying to get the throw off. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time. The offense was moving well, but two incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with a touchback. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. It's a shotgun run call. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Here's the second down play. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Second down after that previous play. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, just a great throw here. Surgical and precise in doing what they need to do to be able to pick up that first down and keep this Oklahoma offense on the move.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
And the Sooners pick up enough yardage for a first down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
I still love to see Oklahoma run the football and be able to show people they can get first downs by running the ball. I know their quarterbacks have been great in recent years, but the Sooners, when they want to be able to run the ball, you know they're going to run it. you still can't stop that offensive line and a great dynamic back. So good job here by the Sooners.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, this sack is on the quarterback, in my opinion. Anytime you call a screen, you've got to be aware that that pass rush is coming in. Bait them towards you and go over top. This time, he's unaware of how quickly they were going to come in.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Sooners will line up here on 1st down and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
Now the all-important extra point. PAT makes the score 7-3. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. That one bounces through the end zone, so we'll start at the 25. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. They settled for a field goal last time out. They're looking for the end zone here, no doubt. Buying time, moving to his left. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Picks up 4. Brings up 2nd down.
Quarterback drops back. Snags the quick throw. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Can he make it to the marker? Tackled, but 1st down. The Bearcats will come to the line to run the hurry up. And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Handoff in a single back formation. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Oklahoma 7, Cincinnati 3.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And the Salk were able to bring him down quickly. Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. They'll try to run for the 1st down. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches. Bearcats will come to the line looking to convert on 4th down. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a 1st down.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the 1st down line. Just punch it in and pick up a 1st down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
And the Bearcats have 1st and 10 here. The pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. This is a long march now. Offense getting ready for play number 10. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Makes a quick grab. Brought down to the 22. It's a 1st down, very near the red zone now.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Go to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
The back catches it on this play. To me, he almost looks like a wide receiver on the design. A little toe tap at the end. He's definitely been practicing that technique during practice.
Looks like the Bearcats are in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Pass caught. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The Bearcats looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense. And man, did they make that look easy.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage.
Now, 4th down.
The Sooners will have to kick this away. And he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Defense is coming after him. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the 1st down mark.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they can convert 3rd and short here from the 50. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Bearcats lining up here on 1st and 10. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
2nd down.
There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Receiver makes the grab. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion sets up an important 3rd down play. Try and muscle for the 1st down. And the Bearcats are moving quickly down the field.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it's 3rd down and inches, lower the shoulder, get the 1st down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Looks like the Bearcats moving quickly down the field here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Not quickly. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Brings up 2nd down.
The completion sets up a 2nd down play. They're going to run it here. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
The Bearcats looking to cash in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, drops back. Makes a quick catch. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
They're able to get a short gain to make this 3rd down a little bit more manageable. But it is 3rd and long. So this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, pick up any potential blitzes here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
Very efficient on 3rd down, and now it's first down and goal. We go with a direct snap, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He's looking to scramble. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
First down here for this offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Trying to extend the play. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
He's going to pull it down and run. The pass ball is incomplete, trying to extend the play, but nobody open.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on 4th down. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Looking to scramble to his left. And it's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Bearcats will kick it off to begin the second half. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. Sooners offense is back out on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. He's escaping the pocket now. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Finally brought down after a big gain. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 48.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
First down. We're going to throw the football. Running back has it on a screen now. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. He'll be stopped short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
They look to throw it here on second down. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
He's tackled inside the 35, picks up a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Second down play coming up. Back in motion now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the second down incompletion, we'll have to convert here on third down and 8. Receiver in motion now. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 45. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They're going to run it. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
You come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Receiver makes the catch. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. And the Bearcats pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. It's a quick grab.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a 3rd down.
The offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Timeout, Cincinnati.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. And there's the handoff. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. Looks like the Bearcats will hustle to the line here to run the hurry out. Here we go on 4th down. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Let's fly to the wideout. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First and 10 now for the offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. The Bearcats hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is, and they do a good job of it right here.
Second down and goal upcoming. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Extra point makes it a 17-point game. Now they get set to kick it away.
24, Oklahoma 7.
That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense is back on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. They'll try the option play here. Pitch play to the back. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
It's a toss play to the right. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Well, this is a great toss play for the first down. One of the things I love about this play is you get the ball to the back's hands. Now you allow him to see the defense, kind of stretch the defense out, and then get north and south and pick up a first down.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass. So instead of throwing it, he hands it off and some nice positive yards.
First down, looking to throw the ball. The pass rush. Ball is free in the backfield. And the defense jumps on the football.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oklahoma 7.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. He'll hand it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Timeout, Cincinnati.
Important second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looks left and finds his target there. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. But how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the kick bounces and goes out of bounds down near the goal line. Outstanding work by the punter. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. The fumble the last time out symbolizing their struggles here today. That's why they're in a big hole. Hands off to the left. Breaks loose at the 15. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that gain will give them some breathing room. What a good job of being able to get them out of that hole. They're inside their own 5-yard line. And on the other hand, the defense, what a missed opportunity. You had them pinned back, a chance to really, at the very least, affect field position, and now you give up a big gain like this.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the Sooners offense is on the move now.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Sooners will have 1st and 10 here. They'll run it to the left. He's found some room at the 45. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, man, that's what they've been looking for all game.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll test the right side here. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. The reception nets about 7 yards, but fourth down coming up here.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. No, they stopped him short. The defense with a big fourth down play to protect this lead late in the game.
Now, the offense being aggressive here, going for it on fourth down, but the defense was not having it at all. They come up with a big stop.
And the Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Now it's 2nd down here. And he'll set up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. But the next tip ball could be going the other way.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Direct snap to the back. They stop him with a 47, but that's enough for a first down.
I love it. 3rd down, the way this back is running, just keep feeding him the football, and he's going to come through for you. And he does here at a critical moment in this football game in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the ball and heads to the left. The Bearcats look to keep this drive moving. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Same tailback, another carry. They picked up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Handoff here from the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a short gain. Down after that running play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at 4th down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
Go for it again here on 4th down. They are 1 for 2 so far today. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. 4th down, looking to throw for it. This football incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. And the Bearcats line up on 1st and 10 now. Ball handed off. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, and he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness.
I mean, I don't know how he wasn't able to hold on to that football in the end zone. That's a touchdown. A great opportunity loss, but a lot of relief for this defense. When they get to film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. What was the breakdown that almost allowed that big play?
Field goal try, no good. He missed it. So a 17-point lead after that miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
To begin the drive here, set up at the 30. Heading left after the handoff. And he's brought down, and that should do it for the ball game. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the 3rd downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game, and today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.